Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. I do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Stone Brewing. This is their totalitarian, easy for me to say, totalitarian Russian Imperial Stout. That's all I'm going to try to pronounce that name. Total, Totalitarian. That's not right. That's not right. This is a huge beer, guys, coming in at 10.6%. That's what Beer Advocate has it at, and 10.6 is what Untapped has it as. They got a dark blue writing on this dark brown bottle, very hard to read. Uh, Stone makes some awesome beers, guys. They really do. I'm a big fan of Stone. Uh, they do make some very impressive beers. I actually bought a whole 6-pack of these guys because I like what they do, especially in this style of beer. Commercial description from Untapped says, oh Lord, bear with me here, guys. Built from the backbone of Stone's classic Imperial Russian Stout, Stone Totalitarian Imperial Russian Stout certainly celebrates the hallmarks of the style. It pours jet black with a rich chocolate coffee overtones, yet, however, old world in nature. This particular rendition of an IRS is flavored with New World hops, intensifying its berry flavors and aroma while subtly introducing a juicy melon undertone. The result is a spectacularly sinful delight. Don't say we didn't warn you, comrade. So, 70 IBUs on this one, according to Untapped. Final beer of the evening for me, guys. So let's get on with this one. We've got the ABV, we've got the IBUs, and this probably got some kind of dating on the bottle, which I cannot see now that it's out of the fridge and sweating profusely. So let's pop the top off this thing. Nice hiss, a little bit of smoke out of there. And while I pour this, guys, I'm going to tell you, food pairing says general chocolate dessert digestive. We're going to go down the center on this one. Glass by the pint, back a 9 tumbler snifter. Got my favorite tulip glass today, guys. Says here can be sold for a long period of time. I can't think of a single reason why you could not. So, and reasonably priced here, guys. And being something like this, that I don't think had any coffee added to it. You're getting those notes from the malt that they've used. So I don't see why you couldn't sell this for 2, 3, 5, 10 years or even longer. Didn't pour very much of a head. It's not even covering the top of the beer, but it is pitch black. Looks just like a nice Russian Imperial Stout should. This is not barrel aged or anything. To the nose we go. Rich roasted malt, hints of some licorice and black molasses in there. Maybe some dark fruit undertones. That's probably going to come out a little bit more as it warms up. Smells very nice. It's got a nice sweetness on it. Smells very good in the glass. Let's do it. Cheers, everybody. A very, very nice rendition of a Russian Imperial Stout, guys. It's not barrel aged. I would buy this beer again. This was not a pricey beer to buy for a 10%er or 10+%. I like it when you can go into a beer store and buy a 6-pack of this, and it's $10 or $12 for a beer of this magnitude. And if it's 3 months old, it's not going to hurt a thing. If it's 6 months old, it's not going to hurt a thing. These are one of the beers which I don't think the date, I would like to see it on there to know the vintage. But having that on there, nothing is going to fade over time since they didn't use any coffee, and it's not a hop forward beer or has coffee anywhere in it. So, and I'm not getting a lot of coffee right now. Tastes like a very nice Russian Imperial Stout. Very, very nice. A great final beer of the evening. At 10.6%, the alcohol is very, very well hidden. Now, if I would have had this beer 10 years ago, I might say, oh my God, that's the booziest thing I ever tasted. But where my palate is, I'm not detecting that much alcohol. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's a very, very well made beer. And these guys at Stone do very, very well made beers. So, thumbs up to those guys for that. We'll check the bottle for any kind of dating on it when I come back. But I'm going to sip on this and probably go out and fire up a stogie and sip on this and let it come up to room temperature. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on about 45 minutes or so. Very nice Russian Imperial Stout. Very well made. Alcohol is very subdued. If any detected at all, on my palate for a 10.6%. Very nice beer. A great final beer of the evening, and I would buy this beer again. I told you I would look and see if I could see any kind of dating on the bottle. It does say age at cellar temperature, independent craft brewery. I don't see anything written on the bottle, which is very disappointing to me. These guys need to put something on there to let us know what the vintage is. And I do not see it on this bottle, and that's probably going to cost them a grade point. I want to see, and they are capable. Stone is a huge brewery. They are capable of dating their stuff, and this one does not look like it has any kind of dating on it. At least a month in the year would be excellent. We don't need the day on this style of beer, but I do not see anything at all. I thought I did there for a second, but I am not seeing anything, guys. So, it is what it is. It needs to be more visible than what it is. These guys can use any color ink that they choose. So, as far as I'm concerned, they need to use a bright blue or a yellow or a white ink and give us some kind of other information on this. It's not super critical because this beer is going to sell for a long period of time. That's just for me to know in case they do different vintages. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2020. So if you want to do a vertical, you're doing 2 different year batches with nothing written on the bottle. How long has it been sitting on the shelf? That's where I'm going with that, guys. So it needs to have more information, and these guys are big enough to do that, and they choose not to. So I choose not to give them a better grade than what I'm getting ready to give them. We're going to do the final chug here. I do think it's an awesome beer. I think it's a well-made beer for Russian Imperial Stout, non-barrel aged. Very pleasant. Final chug. Very tasty, guys. I'm getting black licorice, black molasses, slight hint of some bittersweet chocolate, roasted malt, caramel toffee, maybe a slight hint of some dates or figs in there. Guys, to me, without any additional information on here, I think it's an A beer in an A- bottle with no kind of vintage or dating on it. So that's where I'm going to put this. and it kind of chaps my ass a little bit that these guys are as big as they are, and they shipped about every state in the country. I'm gonna give it a 90. It would get probably a 95 if it had a vintage on it. So we're going to give it a 90, A minus on this one. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 4.06, which is also in their A minus range. Over to Untapped, they have it at a 4, which is also in their A minus range. So it's unanimous, guys. It's an A minus beer. I would give it a better grade if we had some kind of ink on the bottle telling us when it was put in the bottle. So, with that being said, I did enjoy this, and I would probably pick it up again. Even though it doesn't have any dating on it, this beer is going to keep for a long, long time. So, I just want to have that information in case I want to do a side-by-side vertical from different years. And, and if you go in, and this beer has been sitting on the shelf for a year, and they got a new batch in there, and you got 2 of them, unless they've changed something on the writing or something like that, you don't know what you're looking at. So that's why I want to see that on there, guys. We got to have some kind of vintage or dating on every beer, just in case you want to do a vintage on a beer of this magnitude in this style on a side-by-side. So don't know why this one does not have it, because they are known for doing that. I'm very disappointed in that. So that's why I gave it the grade that I did. So if you've had this one from Stone Brewery, this is their Totalitarian. I'm going to butcher this all up again, guys. Totalitarian. I think that's how it's pronounced. Totalitarian. Russian Imperial Stout. Let me know what you think, guys. Till we meet again. Let's go see what's in the fridge. Yeah.